Everybody, is Mark here from Mark's Remarks. Now, this is going to be another video on explaining to you about the doomsday prep. What I think everybody should be doing. If you want to see the rest of my videos, go into the playlist and look under doomsday prep. You'll see all the videos, different items. Soon I'll be doing food, but I'll be doing survival items so far. Now, which leads me on to today's subject, is in a scenario when when it hits the fan and the shops are running low on stock and you know, all these kind of problems, because at the moment we're dealing with the Chinese plague, all right, which is wreaking havoc all over the country, all over the world in fact, but especially over this country. Shops were having a hard time staying stocked. Now this is going to be a preparation idea, which is slightly different than the other videos. My other videos were stocking on stuff for when the shops are running low of product, because there's a mad rush, everybody's bulk buying. This idea is for when the shops are stocked, but you've run into an emergency, you know, you've injured yourself, you're temporarily out of work or whatever. It's to do with storing petty cash. Okay, let me just pan down for you. Okay, what I like to do is I try and save as much as my loose change as I can. I recently had to dive into this to, you know, get a few things, you know, put some... anyway. But what I like to do is basically save up all my silver coins in a jar. That's 5, 10, 20, and then 50 pences in a bag. I save up the pound coins, and also I put my copper coins. Here in England we have copper coins of 1 pence and 2 pence. There we go. So I mean, these are a bit of a pain to get rid of, but you know, it's all good. Some, you know, some banks have machines. Now, so that's just you know, because the thing is, the Chinese plague affected stocks getting put into the shops. The next time a disaster happens, it could be an electrical thing. It could be that all the ATMs are out, you know. And then you're going to be left with the coins that are in your pocket. So it's handy to have a supply. I mean, I would normally have more than this, but I had to use some a little while ago. But, you know, 50 pences, put them in there. Because small coins are good, because you can, of course, basically they're barter tokens, actually, you know, when you break it down. So if you know somebody with chickens or ducks, or, you know, you can trade these basically barter tokens, which we call money, coins. You can trade for goods or services. Now, the other thing that is really important, more important than, you know, that I want to get to, is you can find out from, you know, whatever supermarket you're near, Tesco, the Co-op, Iceland do these, Farm Foods don't, because I've asked them, is these saving stamps. Now, you go to the machine in the shop, right? You put your pound coin in, and it kicks out a token, a sticker. You put it in the book, £1, £2, £3, all the way up to like 48 quid, 49. Well, you get 48, and you get the 49th free. You can fill up as many as you want, you know, before you cash it in. And what I do, I actually had an occasion where I had to use up a bunch. I had about 50, 60 pounds worth, and I used them up. But what I like to do, the Co-op, you've got to go to the counter. Now, my local Co-op, they don't really know what's what round there. So they've got to go find the manager, find out what till's got them in, if they've got them. But you could, same thing, £1. Now, see, in an emergency, like I've mentioned before, I've cracked a bone in my foot, or if you fall down the stairs and you're out of work for a while and you know, you're not bringing in wages. If you have a nice supply of these are just as good as cash down at the shop. Downside is you have to use them in the shop that you bought them at, you know, or at least the you know, the company, the Co-op. Yeah, again, these go up to 48 quid, and then you get a £2 bonus. But what I do is, like there and, oh, here, this one I've gone a bit overboard. What's it, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've put 10 in here, and this one has got 5. The reason I like them in small numbers, 10 and 5, is you don't get any change from them. So you have to, this one I'll have to go in and spend a minimum £10, minimum £5 for here. Now remember, if you're anything like my local store, up until a couple of months ago, going in there and going for, you see rows and, racks of empty shelves, the whole place was like half empty, and so you go in there and it's difficult to find stuff that you need. And if there's a minimum £10 spend with these £10 stamps, you're buying crap that you don't really want just because you're going to lose the stamps if you don't meet the £10 criteria. So that's why I like to put them in 5s. It doesn't matter how many books, you can have 10, 20 books, £5 in each, they don't care. And that way you're only limited to £5. So and of course something like this is a good, again, a barter item. You can trade this for your neighbours who are growing veg and have chickens and ducks and whatever the hell else. You can, anybody who's if you need some woodwork done, for example, or you need a tile put up on your roof, you can use, if they got enough sense to take these in lieu of cash, then you can use these as a barter item, because basically they are cash. You just take them in the shop and spend them as cash. So but my advice would be to keep them in a low denomination. I like to keep them in 5s, 3, 4, 5 stamps. That way, like I say, if there's nothing in the shop, like we had a while back. I mean, it was literally half the shop was empty. Then you have to buy stuff that you don't want or need just to make it up. So there you go. Keep coins on standby for an emergency. Have a stash of these by. Every time you go in there, get your change. Use and basically buy 1, 2 at a time, 3 at a time, whatever you want, and it adds up. Like what I usually do, except for that £10 one. Yeah, but put 5 in there and then start on a new book. You don't have to fill it all the way to the end. You don't have to. You get a £2 bonus if you do, but you can put as least amount of stamps as you want. So and there you go. Let everybody know. By the way, let's share the information. These saving stamps. I don't often go to Tesco. It's just that where I was working, I had an opportunity to pass there every little while and go in there and buy some fruit juice and stuff. So I thought, right, I'll get a few tokens there, handy to have. I live near a co-op, so that's handy for me to be doing these. I know that Iceland do the same. They do the same £1 tokens, or £1 stamps. You put the coins in the machine. Do you live near a supermarket that does these as well? Share that information with everybody. I don't think Asda do. I can tell you that. I'm pretty sure they don't. Farm foods don't. But share the knowledge. If you live near a supermarket that does, let us know. And it would be handy to have a selection of different shops. I've got Tesco and Co-op, but there's nothing to stop you from having half a dozen shops. Every time you pass, buy a few. Again, because aside from being a trade item, you're spreading your money around. As long as you don't got to spend £5 on a bus just to get to a Tesco to spend 3 tokens, that won't work out. But anyway, just an idea, and the good thing is, you buy the stamps, you put them in the book, like I say, in low numbers, or the choice is yours. But what it does, because it's in a book, it's easier to save. You're less likely to pick one of these up and go pissing away on 4 cans of lager, like you would with a £5 note that's laying on your bedside cabinet. So it's a good way to save, Yeah, it doesn't take much, you know. Just every time you go in there, you're buying something, buy something, you know, or use your change to buy a token, or you know. But anyway, so there you go. Let me know what you think. Let me know, and everybody else, what other supermarkets do these stamps, and if you do this and how long you've been doing it. Great, share the information. And and take a look at the playlist under Doomsday Prep for more of these. Thanks for watching.